This is the Adidas Adizero EVO SL going against the Asics Superblast 2. Now I haven't tried the Asics Superblast 2, so this is going to be a great video to go ahead and react to and see what Believe in the Run is going to say about these right here. Let's go ahead and see what they got to say about these two shoes. I feel like nothing can beat the EVO SL though. Those are just so lightweight, so comfortable, and a great everyday shoe.
All right, Meg, I'm really excited. We are back for the first time in a while because the office has been a disaster as they were redoing it. And people have been asking for between two shoes, and I can't think of two shoes I'd rather do it between two shoes than the Asics Superblast 2 and the Adidas Adizero EVO SL.
Wow, I think you got it.
I did.
It's interesting we're doing the head-to-head here because while there are a lot of similarities, they feel very different.
That's the whole thing I was thinking about. I know it. I mean, let's just talk about why I think people think they want them to be compared. It really comes down to the foam. They're both using premium foams in a daily trainer that one might think they could use for race day or just have more versatility out of, but that's not really the case.
Yeah, so outside of taking the race day foam and putting them into these daily trainers, I feel like they're vastly different. But so let's talk about some of those differences. To start off, $200 versus $150.
That's what I was about to say. How is this actually? Y'all, I'm trying to do my best not to pause too much. So we're gonna let them speak their piece. But 200 versus a 150, first of all, is a big difference. But let me go ahead and see.
Big difference right there.
Our series is about a family
And
who
of course you
adopted
get
a
hit with the ad.
child. This is Natalia.
Not even an O in the middle end, but still. And what's the weight? So the Adidas Adizero is
there
lighter.
might be some things that merit that extra $50 price tag. First off, you've got a much more detailed engineered mesh upper in the Asics product. So if you can see it, like there's zones of like breathability. It's got different like weaving to keep you locked in over the midsole. This is a fully thought out, engineered upper, whereas it
does look more
in
thought
the
out.
EVO SL more of a simplified upper. It kind of matches the minimalistic design of the EVO Pro, which is a whole different shoe. I don't even want to get into that, but the look and feel of it's different. This one is a pretty simple upper compared to the Asics.
Yeah, right. I would have to agree. This update from
that design though, I gotta say, Asics did the thing with the whole design, and to be honest, I probably would pay the extra $50 to get a much better design. But it all depends on also like the lightweight capabilities and also how soft it is. But looking how thick the foam is, I definitely can see how the comfortability could be the same. But it's kind of crazy if you think about it, how the Adidas Adizero at $150 can compare to the Superblast 2.
From the first version, a lot of what I really enjoyed was this new upper. There's
Love
just
that
enough touches where it's more
highlighter
comfortable and it just feels really nice. The other difference is in the midsole stack height. So you get a ton of stack with the Superblast, 45 in the heel, 37 in the forefoot for an 8mm drop, whereas you're only getting 38 millimeters in the heel and 32 in the forefoot for a 6mm drop.
Yeah, and even some more details before we leave the upper. This one doesn't have a gusseted tongue. This one has a fully integrated tongue that's in there. Just like you can see, this is more of a minimal approach to than this shoe. Let's talk about the midsole. On this one, Meg, we've got two premium foams from Asics. You've got the Flight Foam Turbo and the Flight Foam Blast Plus. Got them both sandwiched together. And then when you talk about the EVO 1, what do you got here?
So that is one slab of the Light Strike Pro. This is the same foam that you'll find in the Pro 3. So not the newest version of the race day shoe, the Pro 4, but the previous iteration in the Pro 3. Same exact stuff. And while these are both race day foams, the underfoot feeling is vastly different.
I mean, that's the main point here. When we get down to really the difference between these two shoes, this is a daily trainer that feels really good, feels light on the foot, has that spongy, bouncy feeling from the midsole, but it's not what I would consider something that I would necessarily want to race in. I do think that it is an option for those of you who are going not out for like a sub 3:30 marathon, maybe you're going closer to 4.5 hours, this shoe will do you fine. But the neat thing about the Asics shoe, the Superblast 2, is that it can be used as a race day shoe. And we both ran Tokyo in it, so we know it really performs well over the marathon distance.
Interesting.
I think what it comes down.
So these people seem super deep in. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not that deep in. I'm not really a runner too much. I was more filling out the shoe for more of its comfortability, and the shoe I'm talking about is the EVO SL. But it's kind of interesting how the two can compare in terms of marathon distance. And it seems like the Asics Superblast is more leaning towards those longer runs, and the Adizero SL kind of seems like a shoe that is more for the shorter distances, the more everyday scenarios. But it's kind of interesting. I'm kind of not trying to pause too much. I'm really actually invested in what they wanted to say, and I hope this is cool with y'all. Y'all let me know in the comment section how y'all feel, if y'all want more of my input in the videos. But I'm genuinely interested in what they got to say.
A lot of flexibility in this turbo. So even without a plate with this much stack, you still have a firm, responsive shoe with that race day foam that has that almost like perfect bounce to firmness ratio so that it doesn't feel sluggish. This one, you can see, much more flexible, but doesn't have that rebound that you're gonna get from like a race day feel.
Yeah, and like Thomas said, we both ran a marathon in this, but we do have our friend Charlie who just did Berlin in this shoe. So again, I think both of them could be an option, but I do feel like the Asics shoe gives you more of that race day feel, and just a little bit more of that confidence.
Snappy,
for a marathon.
fast.
Yeah.
Like it has that really like lean forward and go with the shoe. For my feelings and what I like, I think that this shoe is something I would definitely consider for even going after a fast marathon. Just the versatility in this shoe exceeds this shoe. But where this one kind of falls, like
Versatility
this
in
is
what
a great
aspect? Color?
daily trainer. $150. The foam feels amazing underfoot. The simple look is not like revolutionary or anything, but it looks great even when you're not running. So this is like what I would call like a cafe runner, where you can wear it
Casually.
yeah, casually for more stuff. So this is performance.
Yeah.
I'm not wearing this one casually. I'm not going out.
They've got some lifestyle colorways out
Exactly,
there.
that's what I'm saying.
All right, but are you
I'm
gonna
working
go
on that too.
with this or this for something that's
For hanging out, certainly the EVO SL, and I think maybe that was part of the idea behind it. The only other stat we didn't mention here is both of these shoes are extremely light, but the EVO SL is actually lighter, like race day light. My women's 7.5 came in at 6.4 ounces versus my 7.5 in the Asics, which is 7.7 ounces, so about an ounce difference there. Again, this is still like race day light. It's really nice to get a shoe that feels like a daily trainer, but is so light as well.
Yeah, and I think it is kind of confusing to people that like race day foam, continental rubber outsole, looks sleek, looks like the fastest shoe on the market. Why isn't it race day? And I think it comes down to just without having that plate or the power rods in there, you just have sort of a nice, comfortable, bouncy midsole, but it just doesn't have that aggressive feel.
Yeah, so I think when it comes down to it, it's really hard for me to choose between the two shoes because I just feel like they are different enough that they wouldn't be in the same bucket for me.
Relax and recharge with a new mattress from
Man,
Ashley. Transform.
This is
Or
all
your
like a
sleep with
foreign
the all-new
language to me,
Sealy
y'all.
Cluster
Like, I'm not really a runner, so I don't know exactly what those plates do and all those different things they were talking about inside the shoe. But yeah, let me go ahead and
Asics
see.
Superblast.
I hope they don't just lead us on and don't pick a shoe, because it seems like they're very indecisive on whether they can pick between the two.
Is
But
one
we're
of the
gonna
most
see.
versatile shoes on the market. I think you can do every single run in that shoe. You can race in it. You can
Which
do a
ones?
long run. Shoes on the market. For me, the Asics Superblast is one of the most versatile shoes on the market. I think you can do every single run in that shoe. You can race in it. You can do a long run. You can do your easy runs. And the EVO SL for me falls more into that daily trainer bucket. I'm not towing the line in this shoe, but I can do a lot of my other runs in it.
I think that's it. This one is the most versatile shoe from daily training up to racing. where this one is a really versatile daily trainer that's great for when you're not even running.
If you had to choose one,
There we go. The question.
it's life or death here.
I like to run. I'm gonna spend more time running than going to the cafe. I love this shoe. Absolutely love this shoe. It might be one of my top picks for the year. But if I had to go with a performance one shoe for running,
he's going Asics.
Still gonna be the Superblast 2. It just can do so many things when it's on the feet. Feels great at slower paces, feels great at fast paces. This shoe, if I had one shoe only, like that thing where they send you to an island, you can take 10 albums, but maybe you can only take one shoe, I think I would go with this one. But for $150, I just think this shoe is you can't miss it, and I don't know. That's a tough one, but I'm going to lean towards the Superblast, even though this one really stole my heart this year.
That's real, though.
Yeah, I'm going to agree, only because when I got up this morning to go out for a run and I didn't have to review a shoe, I picked up the Superblast. So, you know I'm still loving it.
Yeah, so, I mean, you're going to hate us. Your bank account's going to hate us. Superblast 200.
EVO
SL 150. Get them both.
Right. I ain't gonna lie, this is a great video concept. I'm gonna try to incorporate. Speaking a little too fast for myself, but I'm gonna try to incorporate 2 different shoe reviews or like a comparison type of video on my channel. But I like what they did with this channel, or not this channel, but this little video. Me personally, I can't really comment on it because I haven't had the Asics Superblast 2 on hand and on feet. But I can't lie, looking at the video, I love the overall style aspect of the Asics Superblast. Like, look at the whole midsole and just like that overall transition of colors. I don't know what it is about it. Let me see if I can get like a little clip. Y'all can see what I'm talking about. But I don't know. I feel like the Asics Superblast look very nice, very appealing. I probably wouldn't wear the EVO SL on a casual outing, as they were saying. But yeah, I'm not really going to comment on it too much. I'm going to just say EVO SL because I never had it. I never had the Asics Superblast 2 on hand. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Have y'all tried both of them? Let me know in the comment section below. Let's have a little debate. But yeah, if y'all do want to see some more sneaker reviews from me, although I do not have a comparison video, I recommend this playlist right here, where you'll see a bunch of sneaker inspo for your next upgrade. I'll see you in that one.